Go ahead.
So I'm Ben Blanchard. This is my Madolche deck. I've been playing this deck for a very, very long time. Since it had no win condition, it was just summon Madolche and hope to God you could do something with that. But now it's a very, very strong deck, and I've been playing it. I actually haven't lost a game at a tournament yet with this. I've only been to 2 locals in round 1 today, but it's pretty strong. So I'll do the list. 3 Madolche. She's your searcher. You have to run 3 of her. 3 Angeli. This is the card that makes everything go. Obviously, you want to run the 3. 3 Hoot Cake. This is your playmaker. You top deck at late game, and then you automatically win. If you go Hoot Cake into Messenger Gelato into a search, that's a +2 from 1 card, so he's pretty powerful. 2 Cat. I don't like 3 because it doesn't really do anything without another card. 2 Messenger Gelato. I don't like 3 because he's the worst card in this deck to draw. You want him in your deck, and running 3, you start opening like multiples of him more often. It's not good. 2 Card D. A lot of people aren't running Card D anymore, but I think it's really good because if you don't draw Madolche or Angeli, you don't have a really strong first turn play. So Card D gives you more of that. 2 Maxi, speed through the deck, control, pretty standard. 2 Chateau, standard in Madolche's. 3's too cloggy. 2 Ticket. I'm playing the second one because Ticket and Chateau together are really, really important. And if they get rid of your 1 ticket, you have to try to use the Xyz to put it back, and that's kind of inconsistent and sloppy. So I really like having the second one. It also makes it easier to open, and it's always good to open the ticket. 3 Upstarts, speed through the deck, life points don't matter, it's not an OTK deck or anything. 3 MSTs and a Book of Moon. That's all pretty standard. 1 Palooza. Any more is pretty bad because you don't want it until like mid to late game. If you draw early game, it doesn't really do anything for you. And so generally around mid game, once I have my ticket and my Chateau set up, I'll just search for the Palooza and I'll sit on it until I'm making a huge push and I'll win with that. 1 Trap Stun. I side more. 3 Breakthrough Skill, because I think Breakthrough Skill is fantastic. This format, it completely shuts down artifacts. There's a lot of effects going around and it can be really key to stop. I side Veilers for the mirror match, but I like these in the main deck for artifacts and such. 2 Deep Prison. Battle Traps aren't as good, but I think Deep Prison is pretty strong for protection because it can break through established boards more easily if they have something that you can't get over. 1 Blackhorn. I side more for Girgias. 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, 1 Bottomless, 1 Warning. I shouldn't really have to explain those. For the extra deck, I'm playing 3 of Queen. Most people only play 2, but I like the 3rd one because the way I see this deck is, the way I try to play it, is I play it as a grind game deck, not like I'm going to do a lot really fast. Like, it has a few strong plays with Angeli and Hoot Cake, but if you just focus on those, the deck isn't versatile enough to actually win consistently. And what Queen does is when they summon it, your opponent is going to do everything they can to get it off the board because I think she's one of the best Xyz monsters in the game. The amount of advantage she generates is ridiculous. So I'll use like this one to just bait out back row without any intention of actually having its effect go off. And then if it does, I'll just win. And then the other 2 are for like real plays. But in testing, the 3rd one comes out more than a lot of stuff in the extra deck. 2 Levier. Levier is part of the Cat Angeli play. 1 Invoker if you're going off without Angeli. If you're just going like Cat, Hoot Cake, Monster Break, you need to have the Invoker. 1 Alucard, 1 Engineer. I've never made Alucard, I made this like once. Downward Magician, if they put you under Rivalry and you need something big, you can go Magdalene into her. 101 Exciton, never made this just because generally I'll have a pretty established board, and if they've already broken that, I'm going to lose and I don't get a chance to make it. Abyss Dweller, Crazy Box, 101 Cowboy. Most of the stuff in the extra deck that isn't the main combo pieces, Queen and Levier, I don't actually make, but I have them in there because I have the space. Do you want to do side deck?
If you want to.
Alright. My side deck isn't like 100% the best and it needs a lot of testing, but I'm not going to any big events this format, so it's not a huge deal. I have 3 DD Crow, artifacts, graveyard stuff, I don't know, it's a pretty good card. 2 Veiler for the mirror match, 2 Twister. There's a lot of Harpies at my locals, so it's a pretty good card to have. 2 goes in match. I really like this card against Hat because it can turn off their artifacts or turn off their trap tricks. It's a good card overall against the hands as well. Vanity's Emptiness, no explanation needed. Trap Stun, Soul Drain. Even though it turns off the Madolches going back to deck, I like it because it turns off the hands and it'll turn off Mermails and stuff. And that's kind of more important than the Madolches going back to deck. And then 2 black ones for Dirias. That's the deck. I think it's pretty good. I know it's a very, very different from a lot of other lists you'll see, but it's the way I like to play it. I'm testing out the hands. I've done a little, I'm not sure about them, but yeah.